our guest, Erika White, that is on, and I definitely want to go ahead and introduce her. She is fabulous. First of all, the title of the show tonight is Unrealistic Skinny Dreams, which is what I have on a regular basis, apparently. And, well, as I said when I was talking to Michelle, our dating expert, I'm not fat, people. I just ruined all my dating hopes by saying that. But anyway, but no, working out is something that I don't like to do because I'm a pleasure seeker instead of a pain seeker. And to me, working out means pain. So Erika's going to set us straight on that. But let me tell you a little bit about her. First of all, she is a fitness expert. She's a fitness motivator and trainer. She is also certified in health and wellness. She's a coach. She's a certified group exercise instructor, and she's a freelance writer and blogger and a TV personality. Now, if you go over to her site, which is erikawhite.net, it has a wealth of knowledge, of information regarding so many different things regarding exercise, blog, just amazing amount of information. Plus, she posts videos. She's amazing. So that's why we have her on tonight. So let's welcome on Erika White to the Crystal Show. What's up, Erika?
How's everybody doing tonight?
You're doing great.
How
are you?
We're good now. About that. I am at the gym, believe it or not, Crystal, and I'm not in pain. Girl, I feel great. You got to get. You're talking about dating and getting your sexy back. It's definitely at the gym. That's where it starts at.
Well, you know what? I used to date a trainer, exercise trainer, and my God, I said I'd never do that shit again.
No. Well, yeah, you don't want to date the overachiever. You want to date the gets you there with you cheer, not the person that's going to show you up. So, no, so I thank you for having me on the show. Thanks, everyone. I'm very excited to be here. And I'm glad you brought up what you were talking about, believe it or not, is what most of America feels, whether you're talking about males, females, old people, middle age, and even kids. Believe it or not, that's part of the reason we have obesity with children, is that because we've been put in this mentality that I always say, people say, no pain, no gain, and that's not true. If you're in pain, that's insane. You should feel good. You feel sore, but if you're talking about no pain, no gain, something's wrong with you. So that's probably the trainer you were dating. I'm teasing, but it could have been where you're like, oh, no.
No,
put them to the side.
Pain that had nothing to do with physical. But anyway, I like
oh, God, here we go.
No, but what I do, I like you just said, Erika. I like you said, if you're in pain, you're insane, or it's insane.
That's right. You're insane. Let's keep it real. That's right.
You know,
I'm an old school rapper, so my words are very simple. When I rhyme, it's like the old school, like what was that called? Double Dutch bus. I'm like that. So no expect anything big.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna have you drop a rap right now. Style, Erika freestyle.
That was like change, gain, my name. That's about it. The old school, T-shirt cut off. That's deep as I'm going, but yeah, I think we have to really work on changing the mentality of exercise. And when people, what I find, and you guys please chime in. I love that you want to debate me on this or talk to me about it. Is that most people use food as a way to reward themselves, and working out as a way to punish themselves. So I had a great week. I'm going to go out to dinner and celebrate. Oh, now I've ate too much, so the way I'm going to punish myself is now I'm working out. So if you ask the majority of people, again, when we talk about how they feel about exercise, they look at it as being something they punish themselves with for eating bad. And you can't look at it like that. You have to realize it's for your health. I mean, especially as African Americans, you consider, and males, African American males especially, we are dying of totally preventable diseases that can be stopped if we would just go to the gym and work out and get in control of our eating. When you talk about diabetes, heart disease, stroke, these are things that people are dying from because they don't want to stop controlling what they eat and hit the gym, and that's real talk.
Well, you know what, Erika? I want to let everybody know that when I first met you and I saw you, and you were talking about, your site, what you do, and that you're a trainer, and the words that you had to say were so down to earth. I was like, oh my God, you don't hear that in that kind of way. But what I first want you to talk about is your journey, because you came from a place where you were overweight, and how did you motivate yourself? What was it that made you say, you know what, I got to do something? So tell us about your inspirational journey.
Well, let me share this. I was a former fatty at FF, so I have no problem saying that. I'm still a former fatty club member, lifetime member, because she's always in there trying to get out. But when I had my daughter, I was 265 pounds. And I'm going to share this because this is the funniest story ever now. It wasn't funny then. And I knew I was fat. I had to do something about it. So I got down to 240. All I had to lose was 25 pounds that you're supposed to gain when you have a baby, like most women. We aren't on Nicole Murphy. We can't all pop them out and then jump back in. It jumped out, never came back. It stayed out there. So I went to, it was like bloop. I was like, this is my stomach. It's supposed to pop back in. I mean, like Whitney Houston or something. It didn't happen. It had stretch marks to top it all off. So, so I went to a bariatric doctor. And I remember her telling me and a friend that went, my friend was almost 400 pounds, and here I am, 240 pounds. We almost got a G up in the room because the doctor was fat, too. And she came in and she told us, I love when it's a fat doctor telling you you're fat. You're like, oh, what could be the biggest compliment? But thank you for telling me I'm fat. Have you looked at yourself lately in the mirror? But I never get that. So she was telling me that I could get bariatric. I wasn't heavy enough to get bariatric surgery because this one, it was all the rage, and everybody could get that. You didn't have to have a medical reason. And instead, I could get the pills or whatever where they would do the lap band and that, but I wasn't fat enough. Now, remember, I'm 240 pounds. I'm 5'9", and I'm not fat enough. So I went home, and I told my husband, I said, babe, I'm going to get this bariatric stuff done, but I only have to gain like 40 pounds. And I went out grocery shopping. I had Twinkies. I had a way to gain weight so I could get it.
I thought about that myself. Because, you had to be a certain weight. Because my doctor was like, you just need to go to exercise or something. You don't need a bariatric. You can't have lap band or whatever. Yeah, I thought, why don't I just gain 50 pounds and I'll be ready to go.
Right. There you go. And don't let a fat person come to a doctor and they say, you need to get fatter. That's like New Year's Eve. We're like, we're going to party until we get there. Right. You're like, what? Party over here? So, And my husband turned to me and he said, do you know how ridiculous you sound? You sound like a fool. And so we had a bet. And that was for my husband. I have to give him the props to getting me started. But he wasn't there to hold my hand. And he says, I tell you what, for 1 month, I want you to work out and just start to curb your eating. Excuse me. And after 1 month, if you haven't lost 10 pounds, it's fine. You stay your weight. I also went to a doctor that told me I was African-American, had a child over 9 pounds. Genetically, it's in my family, and that I was meeting all the signs to get diabetes, and I was only, I think, about 29. So I started working out, and I'm telling you, and anybody who's been overweight or is trying to get in shape, because you can be skinny fat, knows those 20 minutes they say you have to do, I about died. I thought I was having a freaking heart attack. I mean, you talk about, I look like I've been working out for 2 hours and 20 minutes. You getting all that fat up there and it's moving. I mean, when you're overweight, have you ever tried to jog with big thighs? Your thighs start itching, and you're like, why am I going to go behind this butcher? The fat is moving. It has to have blood circulating through it. So, we have big girl problems, and I understand what women are going through when they say, I got on there and, I felt uncomfortable in that. And it was a lot, when you hear that even share with you guys where they say, I didn't want anyone to see me working out, but I would go to a buffet and let people see me eat. I wasn't ashamed to be at the buffet, getting up there, getting 4 or 5 plates, but I didn't want you to see me working out. And what kind of mentality is that? So
dig that. You know what? And that's why, you don't join a gym until you're hot.
Right.
And
that's when I'm going.
You work out at home, in the privacy of your own fatness, and then when you get a little hotter, then you can go to the gym and hang out with all the rest of the cool people.
So let me tell you, just like zoos are made for animals, gyms are made for fat people and people that you get in shape. All right? Kick them little skinny heifers out and get in there and get busy. I mean, you get on the machines. I mean, that's just the way I feel about it. I mean, we do. We really have to get outside that. And I know Crystal and I had a lot of things, we're talking a lot of things that I talk to people about, and it's real, you know. But I want to share this, too, is I lost over 70 pounds, and I kept it off, and it did not take me 1 year. It took me 4 years because I added in weight training.
Okay.
And that's something I push on women because when you lose weight, and then you lose it quickly, your skin is going to flat, you know, just it's going to hang. You've got to do weight training during that. It's so important. So important. And, you know, so if you're going to do, and I always say a fourth-year workout has to be strength training or weight training, whichever makes you feel better because it's all weight training. But women like to say strength training, so we'll say strength training. So if I work out for 45 minutes, 15 minutes of that, I need to be doing some sort of strength training. And contrary to belief, you can train your abs every day. It's a muscle that you'd be surprised that you can train. And your glutes. Women all want these Kim Kardashian booties, so unless you're going to get some Kim Kardashian money to buy a booty like that, what you're going to have to do is get some floor work going on.
Oh, my God.
And it's going to take time. It's going to be lumpy before it's lumpy. It's going to be lumpy, but it's going to be good. But
okay, guys.
It took a long time.
Does anybody have any questions for Erika before we go on?
No questions. I'd like to just say something. I mean, I've been working out. I've been a workout advocate for a long time. And, you know, I kind of hover between 225 and 235. So, and I had a hip injury, and I actually had to lose weight, so therefore to compensate for the hip injury. And losing weight was something that I didn't want to do. But what I did was got off all the fried foods and started grilling everything. I got one of those new wave ovens, started grilling, got down to 205, which I hadn't weighed since 1993.
Okay.
Once I got my hip back in place. Once I got my hip back in place, all I had to do was just gain the weight back gradually, go back to the gym, you know, start doing muscle work. And since I don't go to the gym with a trainer or you know, somebody spot for me, I use the machines. So therefore, you know, once I use the machines for a while, then I'll ease back into the free weights. But women can do that too. And the good thing about it is a lot of women want to go in there and lift as much as the guys do. And that's not really what you want to do. What you want to do is women want long, lean muscle. And you can, instead of doing 75 pounds, what I would be doing, you know, the lady that will come, she can do 35 to 40 pounds. It may not feel like much, but you do more reps. And therefore, you still get that tone look. Your muscles will be tight on your arms and things of that nature. Start out with the machines first when you go to the gym. So therefore, you know, if you don't have a spotter with your boyfriend or significant other or whatever, therefore you don't make mistakes while you mess around with free weights and fool around and get injured. You know, use the machines. The machines are great. You know, all you got to do is set it and, you know, make sure somebody may be watching you or something like that, so therefore you don't make any mistakes. And you'll get the look that you want. And, you know, I'm not a real advocate of diets because you take too much of your nutrition. The foods already don't have enough nutrition in it as it is because we make overcook it or it may have so many pesticides or whatever. So we have to take some sort of supplements to kind of get what we should be getting from the food. So take a good multivitamin, one that's good. Don't buy these vitamins that you see at Walmart and things of that nature. Not saying they're not good, but they're not as potent as what you would get at a vitamin store or GNC or something like that. So, you know, those are just a few things that I've followed. And I'm 43, so I don't have any diabetes. I don't have any heart disease or any of that stuff at 43. And that's saying a lot because my mom, my sister, my dad, they all on pills. And the only pills I'm on are vitamins. So.
All right. Well, you know what?
I love it.
You know what, Erika, talk about that for a minute. What should we be eating and what shouldn't we be eating? Because you hear that all the time, and it seems like every time you look it up, it's always something different. They're saying, okay, now you can eat chicken, or well, don't eat this now, or now you can eat this. I mean, what should we be eating and not eating?
The easiest thing to say, and that is it's very confusing, the information that's out there. And Dre brought up some really great points when he was talking also. that he got away from processed food. When I was listening to him, that's what I heard. The biggest thing you can do to help yourself is to start to get away from processed foods. You know those healthy choice meals? Now, if you're just starting out eating healthy, I can see you doing that. So if you're getting a healthy choice meal and you're like, hey, I got to start here, I understand that. But you're going to need to add, because think about your Weight Watchers, think about your lean cuisine and those type of meals. They're very much full of carbs. Very carby. They're not a lot of protein, and even when they're covered in sauce. So if you're going to do one of those, make sure you're adding in a fresh vegetable and a piece of fruit. So you really want to keep it as clean as possible, as naturally possible. Now, and this is another thing, nuts. Keep away from the roasted nuts.
Oh, my God, I love nuts.
What did you say?
I love nuts.
She just, see, there.
Not the roasted nuts. Get your nuts raw.
Oh.
You
okay.
You want your nuts raw. I know, no pun intended here. But the reason why is, think how small nuts and seeds are. Once you roast it, think how hot that is for something to be roasted. It's taking all nutritional value out. Think of what Dre just said. What do we do to something that should be healthy for us? We overcook it. We sauce it up. We add stuff to it. So if you can just think about healthy fat being raw nuts, and trust me, it'll take you a little getting used to, but it'll make you drink water. She's probably drinking water anyway. On salmon, doing it sauteed with oil. And that's another thing. Get away from frying things. Use oil to saute. Get away from using butter. Use your olive oil, your grapeseed oil, your coconut oil. And you only need 1 to 2 tablespoons, and that's it. And you're adding healthy fat in your diet. Chicken, excellent. But if you're going to eat chicken, I know black people, I know. We love our dark meat.
I love my fried chicken.
That's the most amount of fat. You love your fried chicken. You're really going to have to move away from that. You really want to get the white meat. It has the least amount of fat. So, and I'm not talking chicken wings. I'm talking about the breastises. You want to eat breast, and you want to make sure that you're throwing them on the grill. And it sounds funny. You want to limit your red meat. When you're doing turkey, it's the same thing. That little turkey in a roll that you be like, this is, and I made the mistake. The turkey in a roll that's real cheap.
Yeah.
It has dark meat in it. You want to get the white meat turkey. You want the breast. Think, breast is best, okay? Just like they tell newborn mothers that are feeding the babies, breast is best.
But we
so go to the breastises.
All right, Q, did you have a question for Erika?
Yes. Hi, Erika. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I was doing really well till I saw that Ohio State shirt you had on your website. But,
I'm a Buckeye. I'm sorry.
It's fine. We can't all be perfect. Erika, let me ask you this. Now, I'm a guy, and I'm trying to do better as far as eating clean. I've been pork and beef free since May 31st.
Nice.
Back on the 1st. But I need to increase my exercise. But as a big guy, you know, if you buy the DVDs or go to the gym and everything or try to join the class, everyone is skinny. Okay? Yeah. And, you know, you can't do all the things the skinny people can do. So what are some effective exercises a person can do until they get themselves in shape to where they can feel better?
One of the best things you can do, and I totally agree with you with that, going into classes are intimidating, and most people know what's going on already. So if you're coming in with someone trying to reintroduce themselves into the fitness scene or getting in shape, classes can be intimidating. So let me tell you one thing about classes before I'm going with that. Go to a class and go introduce yourself to an instructor and ask them, do they know modifications? I teach modification because I've been overweight. I know how it feels. So ask them, do you have modifications for exercise? You should be able to do any class if the instructor is good because they should know modifications for everything to make you feel included in that class. Number 2, believe it or not, it's walking. Anybody that's starting off with any kind of trying to get in shape, I always say walking. People think walking is only for old people at the mall. It's not. It can be a very good workout. If you're going to do it, start off first about just going around the track. Get that mile in, get that heart rate up. Get a heart rate monitor. And, you know, Q, make that for you. Go out and get a heart rate monitor. Know what your heart's doing because it's going to help you. As soon as you get to that point where you're like, wow, I'm walking this mile, I'm getting like to the point where this is getting easy for me, I want you to add another half a mile, but now I want you to add a little resistance. So this time, maybe get just a book bag and put it on your back. You don't need anything in it yet. Then from the book bags, you want to start adding really light weights like sandbags in there, and you're going to pick it up. So the thing with people also, they think that to go a long time, I don't care about your endurance when it's outside the bedroom, all right? When we're talking about the gym, we're talking about can you handle the heat? Can you take the intensity? So if you're on a machine longer than a half an hour, I'm not impressed. I want to see you put that level up to where you are. So keep that in mind when you're walking. The other thing I want you to really think about doing is just like Dre was sharing, don't worry about the free weights yet. Start off with the machines. Really get that weight training in it. You'll be so surprised when you add an anaerobic and an aerobic workout together, you're going to burn that fat quicker. And my last clue is just like such a great, with you talking about walking, another thing you can do, and this is going to help you greatly, is I call them fast cardio, F-A-S-T cardio. And what that is that you want to get up in the morning, gargle, brush teeth, whatever you got to do. Do not eat one thing. Now, if you want to do a BCAA or an amino acid in the morning, that's fine. But I want you to get out there.
I know.
BCAA. Sorry.
What's that?
I know.
That's Boston College Alcohol Anonymous.
It's an amino acid, and the reason why you want to do it, you don't want your body to eat the protein that belongs to that's for your muscle. You want it to burn the fat. So what happens, you get up in the morning, think about it, you're in a fasting state, you're groggy, your body's been resting. If you go right into that gym and you hit that heart rate and you do it for 20 to 30 minutes, no more than 30, because, again, I want you just to burn the fat. You get done, you do that 3 to 6 mornings a week, you're going to notice a huge change in your body because your body is going to be forced to burn the fat reserves. And you don't have to go crazy with this. All you want to do is to work on getting in the 80% of your heart rate.
Okay. All right. Well, we have a couple more callers. Thanks, Q, for that question. I'm going to chime in. Hey, you're on the Crystal Show. Do you have a question for Erika?
No. It's on this letter.
Who is this? I know.
Hello?
Are you over 18?
Okay. We'll go
I think you just got pranked. I've never had that happen to me. It's just like
that's kind of weird. Hello, you're on the Crystal Show. Do you have a question for Erika?
She's right now. Calls back.
Okay, I guess they don't either. Okay, we'll move on. Well, first of all, Erika, you have so much information. I can sit here and I can talk to you for friggin' ever. It is so much information. There's so much that people just really don't understand about working out. The main thing is, just like Q was saying, how do you get started? What do you do? I mean, for regular people like myself who loves their fried chicken and who parks as close to the building as possible, and you know that kind of stuff. What should you said walking? So is that like just regular walking, and then how do we move from there? And what, I mean, help.
Right, not strolling, okay? So strolling, not really picking your feet up. And believe it or not, I'm going to encourage you to go on the website. I'm on the website, not my website, but I will put something up about this. But there is a proper way to walk for exercise. It's not sloshing your feet around. Because if you're overweight, seriously, I'm telling you, I was there. And one thing overweight people don't like to do is tie their shoes. We love slip-ins. We love some Uggs with the back out, some Crocs. That's why you see overweight people in the grocery store. If you guys have all been wondering, with house shoes on or they slip their feet in their shoes, it's hard to come all the way down to the floor and tie your shoe and sit back up. You want to get that foot up on the wall and go at it. So when you're talking about trying to walk, and I've been there, 240 pounds myself, you've got to pick your feet up. I mean, and it sounds like something so simple, but think about somebody that's over 200 pounds, over 300 pounds, and they've not been picking their feet up. It's going to take that. So when you're walking, pick your feet up. I'm going to encourage that. Number 2, you said how to get started. People love, you cannot come in like you're Catholic. Now, I was raised Catholic, so I know about this, all right? You can't come in like Catholics and talk about this Lenten season, and then you're going to cut out this and not do that. Nope. You will not make it 40 days. You won't even make it 40 nights. You make it like 2. I'm going to give you 2 days and no nights. That's it. So what you have to do is you have to take your time. So what I do, there was a lady I was working with, and she loved McDonald's in the morning, and I knew I had to make it. You have to get to a point where you're going to make that choice, and a good trainer is not going to take everything away from you. They're going to make you want to make some changes yourself. So what I told her, I said, okay, you like McDonald's. All I'm going to ask is that 2 days a week that you just don't get the hash brown. Get your sandwich and get your juice. Don't get the hash brown.
Okay, one step at a time. Okay.
Right, one step at a time. The next I was like, okay, now I'm going to ask 5 days you can go to McDonald's, but I only want you to get the sandwich now. So you can get the sandwich, and then one of those 5 days you can get either the hash brown or the juice. And she did that. We just kept playing with it, and she still, till we got to the point where she was only getting the sandwich 1 day a week. And it took about 6 to 8 weeks, but let me tell you, she lost weight, and she never felt deprived. And once we got her past that, then I can start saying, what's up with the fried chicken, Crystal? All right, how many days a week are you frying your chicken? Let's try other things. Let's try oven-fried chicken. Let's start to teach. The thing is just like the girl I was working with named Jennifer, what she ended up doing, it got to the point where she was like, Erika, guess what I found out I could do? We have to get to a point where we're encouraging people. So that happens by making small, steady, simple changes. And guess what? You will never plateau because you're making the changes so quickly and so rapidly and nonstop that your body never gets a chance to get to the point where you're like, oh, I'm eating 1,300 calories and half of my iceberg lettuce. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? Nobody.
Right. Well, my God, Erika, I mean, thank you so much for letting us know what to do, how to, and it's easy, small steps. And I like that fact that you said there's small steps, just 1 day at a time, 1 week at a time. You know what I mean? I mean, because, yeah, when we say like at January 1st, okay, now we're going to start exercising and stop eating, horribly. We join the gym. We go and we work out constantly for a week, and then we stop eating everything, and then by Sunday we're slamming down fried chicken and waffles and stuff.
Don't be a first-year fatty. First of the year fatty. Be a former fatty. Don't be a first-year fatty. We got enough of them coming every year.
For
be a
sure.
Former fatty.
So Erika, tell us where we can find you, and I know you have like I said, you have so much going on your site. Let us know what they should be looking for.
Well, definitely if you're in the Toledo area or southeast Michigan, I'm going to be presenting at the African American Male Wellness Walk on the 16th. We really get out there and do free screenings and everything, and it's focused on African American male, but if you're a Chinese male or white male, doesn't matter. We have the free screenings for there. Ladies, this is not for you, but please come, because where women are, men will come, right? So come out and join me there. If you go to my website, you can pick up on a lot of the articles I write. You can come work out with me at Super Fitness, LA Fitness. I will be starting some personal training starting in October. So if you want a realistic trainer that's going to be your workout buddy, because I'm a good workout buddy, I'm going to show up. Definitely get in touch with me. I'm going to be there. You're going to be paying me, but I'm going to be there with you. So definitely get in touch with me. You can go on my website. It has the phone number you can reach me at, which is 567-343-0405. You can send me an email, Erika White, and it's Erika with a K, at live.com. Website, erikawhite.net. So just send me messages. I love to talk to people, and I'm not one of those people that is going to charge you or ask for money for everything that you ask me questions on. I'm very open, and I share as much as I can, because that's what we're supposed to be here for. I got here because I was blessed to be here, and I don't believe everything is about putting a dollar sign. I want to see people healthy and happy.
Oh, I like that. And we definitely have to ask you back to give us more advice, more insight. And I did want to ask you, though, how did your competition go? Did you compete? Because you were doing
I had to move it back to October 4th.
Okay,
So the same thing, these thighs, girl, these thighs and this booty, it is not, it's not working the way it's supposed to. When they get up there on stage, you see those girls bend over, they make a booty and the booty go away. I haven't been able to make it do that. So if I can encourage anybody, it don't go away. It stays there. I'll be like, I'm bending over and arching, but they're like, lift up your cheeks. It's not working. So if I can encourage anyone from that, is that, it's still a goal, but the goal got recessed, and I'm still working toward it. So October 4th is it. I have 2 months of really hard training. In fact, I'm calling you from the gym now. I'll just put the picture up. That's where I'm at because I didn't want to. I figured if I called in and I didn't come to the gym, I wouldn't work out tonight. So it's and I practice what I preach. I mean, I have a hard time, you know.
Multitasking. Exactly.
Right. So hopefully by October 4th, I'll be letting you guys know about the cheek thing, how that's going, if the thighs went down. I mean, but it's a process. And, again, I started in March trying to attain this goal, and I'm still working toward it. So look at I mean, if I can say that I'm still working, don't stop. Every little bit counts.
Right. Right. And you know what? That's something eons ago. Well, not that far away. I actually wanted to not so much compete in bodybuilding, and we're talking about bodybuilding competition, guys, but not so much that. I did want to compete in the Miss Fitness USA at one time, and I looked at women who were in their 40s who were competing, and at that time I was in my 30s, and of course now I'm in my 40s. But anyway, whatever. But yeah, that was one of my kind of dream goals, to compete in one of those competitions. So when I saw that you were doing it for the first time, competing, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to keep up with how that works for you and all of that. So we got to have you back on.
I appreciate that.
To talk about competitions and how that works, especially.
Yeah, well, I'll give you the real, because let me tell you. The real from a former fatty, and I just want to don't belabor it a lot, but it is a whole nother mindset. But if you're getting to the point where you were I wasn't fitness, it was too easy for me. I was I need to do something more. I'm getting bored. I didn't ever think I would get bored of my workout, and I was. It's another way to move up, and you're going to want it. This is just a lot different. The eating doesn't bother me, except some days. The eating's okay. It's not bad. It's just okay. It's not exciting at all. You just eat. The workouts are, but let me tell you, the way, my thighs are starting to come together and really get a shape to them rather than just being thick girl thighs, but they're starting to be fit girl thighs. There's difference thick and fit, okay? It's a big difference. And, my weight really has not went down significantly. I've only lost 10 pounds, but I'm telling you, when they say the inches, you have to believe that it does happen. So you should really think about doing it, Crystal. You will love it, and your results will be something you can keep forever.
Well, that's definitely true, because that's one of those things where the whole journey towards it is more important than the actual winning of the competition. I know people want to win those competitions, but even if you don't win, you're still healthier than you were, when you began. So that's amazing. I'm
like the kid on the soccer team. I just want to be there. I want to be part of the team. I'm not focused on winning. I just want to get up there in my dental floss and my heels and switch around, and my booty just stays where it's supposed to be, and it's not clapping. So if I can do that, I'm excited.
Okay, I have one more person that has chimed. Oh no, they didn't. They chimed out. Okay, well, that's fine. But thank you so much, Erika. Again, it's Erika White. Erika White with a K.net.
Okay.
Go over, look at all of her blogs, all of her information, her videos, and it's just a wealth of information. I found so much. And she is, like you were talking about before, she's out there in the community doing it, helping people. And, if you're in this area, in the Toledo area, Ohio, Southeast Michigan, where I am, if you're in this area, there's lots going on there. But also, you can still follow her no matter where you are in the nation. So, hey, give it up.
And if you leave a comment, I will definitely answer back personally. It comes to me. And so you can know that whatever you put comes to me. So thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Dre. You guys are phenomenal. I appreciate you having me on the show. Thank you so much. And so let's make these skinny dreams realistic.
All right. Yep. Thank you, Erika.
Woo. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.